Hello and welcome back to Bible Buddy Forever. We are on day 93 of our Psalms series and we will be reading chapter 93 from the book of Psalms. Thank you so much for tuning in today and let's get right into it.
Thinking of you.
God the King. The Lord is King. He is clothed with majesty and strength. The earth is set firmly in place and cannot be moved. Your throne, O Lord, has been firm from the beginning, and you existed before time began. The ocean depths rise their voice, O Lord. They rise their voice and roar. The Lord rules supreme in heaven, greater than the roar of the ocean, more powerful than the waves of the sea. Your laws are eternal, Lord, and your temple is holy indeed, forever and ever. Let's take a few minutes to think about the psalm that we just read. Psalms 93. God the King. This is a very short psalm where the psalmist is trying to describe the majesty of our God, the power of our God, and who our God is. He's really comparing all the great things of this earth with who God is. That's exactly what he has done in this poem. And he's trying to make us understand what kind of strength and what kind of power God has. Even though this is a very short psalm, it is trying to teach us or make us understand the depth and the strength of our God. Okay, I've underlined a few words from the psalm. And I want to kind of highlight what exactly the psalmist is trying to, make us understand. The Lord is King. He truly is our King. He is clothed with majesty and strength. The earth is set firmly in its place and cannot be moved. God created this earth that is set so firmly that is not moved anywhere. Right? It is still in the same position where the sun is, where the planets are. It is all created by our God. It is so firm, and so is our God. He's trying to make us understand what kind of a strength and how firm our God is, how firm that we can trust, and how firm that we can know that our God exists. This is what the psalmist is trying to say, right? And your throne, O Lord, has been firm from the beginning. Just like how this earth is not moving anywhere, so is God's throne. It is not moving anywhere. It is so firm. It is set so firm because that's the kind of God that we have. And then it talks about ocean depths rise their voice. They rise their voice and roar. And then verse 4 is saying, Lord rules supreme in heaven, greater than the roar of the ocean, more powerful than the waves of the sea. How beautiful is that, to know that our God's voice and our God's strength surpasses anything that this world is trying to tell us that has so much more depth in it. Just like the oceans, just like how the earth is set so firm, it's much deeper because who created all of this? Our God. A God that created this is much more stronger than anything that we have to see on earth. Then verse 5 says, Your laws are eternal, Lord, and your temple is holy indeed, forever and ever. This is trying to teach us how strong of a pillar we have and who this person is, making us understand that no matter what, this whole world may crumble and fall apart, but the person who created it, our God, is going to be so much more strong when he comes back, when he's coming back, when Jesus Christ is coming back to our world to judge the people, to take his people back to where we belong, in that land of Zion, in that place where we belong with God, where we are always living in that friendship with God. That place is going to be eternal, and that place we need to make sure we are prepared to be qualified citizens of that place that is so much more firmer than this world, than this earth that we live in right now. So let's focus on that and let's try to understand what the psalmist is trying to say. That our God's glory and majesty is so strong, something that we can count on until the end of times, until the end of this world, until we ever exist in the mind of God. We are mere mortal beings, and that God that we worship as ours is so powerful, has so much more depth than the oceans, has so much more weight than anything else that this world has to show us. And that's what this psalm is trying to tell us. All right, a very short psalm. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that you will join me again for Psalms 94. Have a beautiful weekend and take care. Bye.
Thinking of